Hi, we are the Pac-Man.
Misconceptions in learning symmetry in organic chemistry often stem from difficulties in mentally manipulating 3D models from 2D representation, hindering student ability to grasp symmetry elements and operation. Students may face challenge in understanding to the purpose and constraint of different models, contributing to misconception in symmetry element identification. Interesting features of this symmetry model. First, flexible usage. This symmetry model has high flexibility to apply with another chemical structure. Interesting and fun colors of atom balls can increase interest of students regarding molecule symmetry. Next, hands-on learning. This model provides tactile and interactive learning experiences, allowing students to physically manipulate pieces to explore different symmetry structures and patterns. Lastly, visualization of abstract concepts. This symmetry model can help us to visualize abstract concepts such as mirror symmetry, rotational symmetry, and translational symmetry in concrete and clear way. This visualization representation aids in understanding how symmetrical patterns are created and transformed.
Tada! So, ini adalah our central atom, and ini adalah kami punya sub-atom, and ini adalah our bond. Kita balik. So, ini ada lubang. So, kita cucuk semua di lubang.
Fast forward.
In this part, I will explain how this model can help us to deal with the misconceptions in learning symmetry topic. First, the symmetry model provides a clear 3D visual representation of a molecule. The model can be rotated for detailed observation of symmetry element operations. Next, the symmetry model can be used to represent multiple symmetry elements at a time to show the characteristics and identity of different symmetry operations. There are several symmetry operations, including rotation, reflection, inversion, and improper rotation, all of which can be significantly impact molecular properties.
So in this part, I will be explaining about on how to use this symmetry model. So for this question, we can create our own 3D molecular shape by using our SHAPR3D symmetry model. So this is the molecule that we created from this question. So for this question, we can find the C2 location by look at the top view of this molecule. So this is the top view of the molecules, and from the top view, we can find the C2 location, which is here. So here. So if we rotate this molecule into 180 degrees, it will still have the same configuration as before. So for this question, we can see that the C2 is here. Next, we should identify the plane for this molecule. So for this model, if we look at the top view, we can find that one plane cutting through between 2 Cl atom and 2 fluorine atom. So the plane will be here. So if we reflect the molecules at this plane, it will have the same configuration. So the plane will be here. Next, if we look from the side view, we will also find another plane which is cutting through here. So, if we reflect this molecule at this plane, we will still have the same configuration. So, this plane, we will build this. Okay, since two planes are parallel with the main axis C2, thus the two plane are vertical plane. So lastly, to find the point group for this molecule, we need to list down all the operations, the symmetry operations that we have found before. So the first one is C1, and the second one is the C2 rotation, and the last one is sigma V, which is the plane, vertical plane, and another vertical plane here. So by look at the operations, we can find that the point group is C2V. That's all.
So, do you know that everything in our surrounding has their own symmetry elements and point group? For example, in these scissors, we can find the point groups and symmetry operation by using our model. So, let's take a look of our model. So, the two blue atoms represent the blade of these scissors, and the two yellow atoms represent the handle of the scissor. When we look at this model, we can find that there is a C2 axis passing through the central atom between two blue atoms and two yellow atoms. So, when we rotate through this axis by 180 degrees, we can get the same configuration. So, the C2 axis is here. Next, we need to find the plane of this molecule. So, you can see from the front view, we can find a plane here cutting through two blue atoms and two yellow atoms. So, when reflected from this plane, we can also find the same configuration.
Okay.
So, next, when we look at this angle, we can find that there is another plane cutting through all of the atoms in this molecule. So, the plane is like this. Okay. Since these two planes are parallel to the C2 main axis, so we can identify that these two planes are both vertical planes. So, we look at the scissor, it's the same thing. We got the C2 axis in between the scissors, so we can rotate and we get the same configuration. We also get the plane in between the scissors, and by this angle, we get the plane cutting through all of the atoms. So, we can draw like this. So, to find the point group of these scissors, we need to list all the symmetry operations first. So, first we have the identity. which is equal to C1. And then we have the C2 main axis. We also have two horizontal planes, which are dealt sigma V and sigma V prime. So, since the scissors don't have a horizontal plane which is perpendicular to the main axis, we can identify that the point group of the scissor is C2 because the main axis is 2 and V. So the point group is C2V. That's all from us. Thanks for watching. Bye!